I want to ask both of you. So obviously, we all know the long history between the Lynx and the Sparks back in the day. I asked Coach about, do you feel like your team's had any rivalries or like you get up extra for these games against LA? And she's like, well, I'm not sure about the rest of our team. You're gonna have to ask them. And so I still harken back to 2 years ago. I think you and Amanda Zowie B had a little push contest going on. Do you all feel like you get up extra for these games in LA, or you feel like it's just another game?
I think we do, just because of, like you said, the history behind it, and we grew up watching that, like we know about it, so it's so fresh in our minds. And Cheryl actually went through it, so it's definitely fresh in her mind. And I think she kind of passes that down to us too. So it's just fun to have those kind of, rivalries in the league where you can get like the windmills a little bit more.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like I watched the Sparks and the Lynx play against each other and play each other tough for like years before I was in the league. So I definitely know the history, and it's fun. I don't know, it's just different. It's a little different. And obviously we're gonna play hard every game, but
It's for principle now.
Rachel, I want to ask you as well. So you led the team with 6 assists today. It's been kind of, you're the longest tenured point guard on the team right now. So is there anything I feel like you can share with, whether it's Tiff or Lindsay about, how to run the hot how your experience got tonight?
I mean, for me, like just trying to stay composed during all the moments, all the ups and downs, just try to stay really even keel. That's something that I try to do my best at, and just keep communicating through all of that. And, when you're the ball handler, you really have to communicate like extra, make sure everyone's on the same page. So just trying to be good at that, and being aggressive in ball screens is usually where I can get some of my assists to our bigs.
I also want to ask you, so you led the game with 25 points. This your third straight game with 20 points. I think they said that's the longest since Final Four said that. So can you talk about how you feel like the offense is slowing down for you? What are you seeing differently that's really kind of showing up in the months?
I would say just being aggressive and when I see an opportunity, taking it. My teammates are great too. Like, I think we're finally finding a way that where people want to be, getting people shots where they need to. And so just staying aggressive, like I said, and taking what's open.
Last one is for both of you as well. This is 3 wins the last 4 games out. Do you feel like this is really a change, turning a corner with the team, the momentum forward? Obviously, have a big game against Las Vegas coming up, but do you feel like y'all have taken that next step?
I think too, like we're figuring out where we want to be on offense. I think we're figuring out each other on defense as well. And just as a team in general, we have a lot of new people, a lot of young people. And so we're finding what it means to win in this group. And I think we're seeing that, like finishing games and seeing how hard it is to do that. So I think it just took us a little bit to figure it out, but now we're kind of on a roll and we see what works for us, and we know what winning takes.
Yeah, we definitely still have a lot of growth. I mean, we know that, but I feel like we are getting really good momentum right now, and we really trust each other. We really genuinely like each other, and we're having fun with it. And I think that's been helping us through some of those like adverse moments, so we definitely have a lot of more growth to have, but you're kind of seeing us turn the corner a little bit defensively and flying around, and offensively too. I think we've looked a lot better than we have.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Chris, my guy.
How are you? Good to see you. Good win.
Thanks.
For both of you, really, the importance of that third quarter. Some of the good losses this year have just basically been one bad quarter and you couldn't overcome it. They surged forward in the second, and you come out of halftime right away flying. For both of you or either of you, how important was that third quarter and going forward, knowing you can kind of take a punch and get back up?
We knew it was really important, especially, every 5 minutes of every quarter is something we emphasize, coming out strong. And how we ended the half, I think we knew that we had to come out strong so they couldn't get more momentum. And so I was really happy with how hard we came out defensively, and that allowed us to play more on offense to get more of a flow.
Yeah, we definitely talk a lot about the third quarters. Like, we know that that's been a struggle for us, even in years past, that we just come out flat. So we talk about that like right before we go out there. It's just like, let's have energy, first 5 minutes, be locked in, and punch them first. And I feel like that showed in like their last few games.
And again, for either of you, especially tonight, so much talk about Diamond Miller coming out of the draft, but a night like tonight, Dorka really shows she's got a very valuable place on this team going forward. Can you just comment on her growth just in the 2 months she's been here?
Dorka's been doing great. I'm really proud of her. It's not easy to come in and be a rookie and have to play so many minutes, and we're relying on her, and that's not always an easy role. So I think she's taken it in stride, and you can see her getting better, the way that she's defending and the reads that she's making, being more aggressive and confident on offense, even shooting some threes. So I think she's really taking it in stride, and you're just going to continue to see her to grow throughout the season.
Agreed.
Great win. Thank you both.
Thanks,
Okay, I have
Chris.
2 questions for y'all. What did Cheryl say at halftime that sparked the turnaround for you guys? This is coming from a writer that had audio issues. Did she say anything at halftime? I kind of got y'all going.
What did we talk about at halftime?
We watched what we did wrong. I think she just said,
So we had to be more
Jordan,
active.
yeah.
We had to be more active, like on Jordan and like.
yeah, she's the one that's getting all their paint touches, to really focus on that.
Yeah.
Just hone in on what we're doing defensively. We did for the most part, a good job of keeping them out of the paint, except for one player. So making sure that we're containing her a little bit more.
Yeah. Are they listening to that?
It's gonna go through the recording.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And then last one, about your play in the second half.
EPs
Yes.
get buckets.
I blocked out. What about it?
They're asking what about her second half? What's the
Just
question?
overall, maybe?
Overall? I don't know. I think just trying to be take advantage of, the guards were setting really great screens. So going to the basket, just being a little bit more aggressive. I thought I was a little bit more passive in the first half. So just trying to, hunt my shots and do whatever I could for the team, especially defensively, because that's where we really have to stay strong. And if that's doing well, then our offense always follows.